So, you want to make a bunch of different tiered badges. Well, you've come to the right place. I have 24 badges. That was the Boy Scouts, but, you know, the skills, they transfer over. Hey guys, welcome back to TutsByKai. I'm Kai, and today we're back once again taking a look at how to make some different badges. In GIMP, you can do this in any photo manipulation application. You can use it in Photoshop and, you know, whatever. You can even do this in Inkscape. You can do it in whatever. Does not matter. I'm just using GIMP today, just for today's tutorial. So, let's get started. We've done this a little bit before, but I want to do this in like a more in-depth kind of way. So, I'm going to pick a nice design. A lot of times, picking what you want your badges to be is a bit difficult. For today, we're not going to go with something super crazy. We're going to go with something very, very, very simple. We're gonna do like cards. So I want to do like cards. I really like that that idea. So let's go ahead and grab a rectangle tool, the rectangle tool here. With the background layer, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this little rectangle kind of shape like this, and make it about that big. So we can. I want to rotate it as well. So we'll rotate it. We'll hit rounded corners, and we'll round off the edges slightly like that. So about 50, if you can zoom in there and see those corners are now rounded off like that, which looks really nice. We hit enter to go ahead and fill that in. Now, confirm that selection, by the way, not fill it in. Go to the colors, and we'll just select the color here. I want to make the default color like a tan-ish beige kind of color. Hit OK. Go to the fill tool, and then just hit the little fill button. There you go. Looking nice and snazzy. Nice. I just became a blackjack dealer at a casino table. Cool. So, with that done, we can go ahead and hit select none, layer, crop to content. So now the layer is just around the edges of this instead of all the way out to the edges of the canvas. So that makes it easier when we hit the rotate tool. Makes it easier for us to rotate like that. This looks like a lot like Asus badges. That's really cool. So I guess we'll just do that. That's nice. So let's go ahead and just rotate that like about right there. Very cool stuff. Now that that's done, you can see we have a nice back. I'm gonna actually hit this little plus button down here and create a new layer. And we'll just put it down there beneath the other layer, and we'll just color it this gray color like this so I can see a bit easier. Because depending on what website you're using the badges on, if you're using them for Twitch or for YouTube or for whatever you're using them for, whatever type badges you're using, there's always going to be two different colors you want to make sure that these look good on. So that's going to be white and this darker gray color like this. So I'm going to actually go ahead and split the color into two by dragging a box over top of half of the canvas. Doesn't have to be perfectly centered or not. And then just filling in the left-hand side with a white color. So now you can see this is exactly what it looked like on both white and on the dark gray. So make sure it's visible. So make sure the card that you're doing is not like obviously solid white, because you can't see that on the white. If somebody has it on light mode instead of having it on dark mode. So just keep that in mind. That's something big you want to keep in mind when you're making badges of any kind. So with that done, we'll go ahead and create. I want to make this all. Make a new layer once again. I want it all to be the darker gray color like that. All right, we'll have the other one just so I can go back and forth if I need to, but I want it all to be the darker color right now because I just like the way it looks. So with that being done, let's go ahead, and I want to put something on the cards. Now maybe your name starts with a T like mine does. Cool. You're awesome. Nice. Well, my name doesn't start with a T. It starts with a K, but my channel name starts with a T. So, you know, that's something. All right. We're going to use a letter here. And we're going to use letter T. I'm going to bump it up to maybe 700 size. And we're going to go ahead and rotate this. We should have rotated this before, but it's fine. We can do it like this. Should have rotated this with the card, but we can do it separately. It's fine. No big deal. We'll rotate that until it looks like it's around the same angle of the card. Oh, it's too far up. I'm trying to get it to where I can rotate it and see the edge really closely. There you go. So that's about as close as we can get it. Hit rotate, and then we'll move that to the center of the card, which is approximately right there. Of course, I don't want it to be exactly in the center because it's rotated. It'll look a little weird. I want it to be a little bit further off, like that, maybe. Kind of. All right. It's pretty close. And then we'll go ahead and duplicate this card. So right-click, duplicate the actual card layer. So now we have two cards. I'm going to go ahead and drag it down to the left and to the bottom. And then we'll go ahead and hit colors. And then we will actually go to curves. And then drop the color down like this. And make sure we turn preview on. Drop the color down a little bit. Hit OK. and then drag this beneath everything else. Actually, instead of doing that, we'll actually go ahead and before we do that, we'll drop this beneath the other card, and then we'll just use brightness and contrast instead of the curves. Curves does like a weird thing sometimes, so we'll turn the contrast up a little bit and then turn the brightness down until I get a color that I like, which is about that darkness. And we'll okay, and then we'll move it down a little bit more so it looks a little darker, a little thicker, like that. Which looks really pretty cool. We can do that if do I want to do that though? Looks kind of thick. Looks like a tile now instead of a card. I don't know if I like that. Interesting. Let's actually go ahead and undo that for now. We'll undo that for now, and we'll do this instead. Okay, cool. So let's right-click this, right-click the T, and go to New Layer Group, and we'll put the T and the card actually in there. So now the only thing that we have in there is the actual card itself. I'm gonna go ahead and with the T layer, I'm gonna hit Mode, Erase. So now instead of it being a color, it actually just got rid of everything that's inside of the T. So it looks cool. It looks really cool. Now we can see whatever's underneath it, which is very, very nice. With that being said, now these badges, of course, are going to be tiers. So let's start decorating this so we can make the second tier. So I'm going to create a soft brush, sorry, with a big size. We'll go to the card, right-click it, hit New Layer, hit OK. And now we can go ahead and make a nice little kind of feathered edge along the bottom and the left hand side. Sorry, I was about to say right hand side, the left hand side. Hit Mode and maybe turn this to overlay. That might work. Yeah, overlay. And then drop the opacity down a little bit so we can't see it as bright. So now you can see we have a nice little edge there, which looks really cool. There you go. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. It looks really cool. Now, what I want to do is I think the last thing I want to do before we start changing the colors and adding cool things is maybe, maybe that's too much. It's fine the way that is. And we'll go ahead and blur this. So go to Filters, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and we'll put it to about maybe 50 or something. So it's just a little bit smoother. There you go. Nice. With that done, this is our first tier. This is going to be like the tier 1 or whatever you want to call it. So we'll go ahead and label this group that we just created as tier 1. So let's duplicate it. So hit right click, duplicate, and we'll then name that tier 1. Nice. Okay. We can hide that now for now. And then we'll go to the second one we just created, open it up. And then we can change the colors around a little bit. So for the second one, I kind of want to make this one like silver. So let's go ahead and go to colorize. And then we'll change the lightness and saturation. Give it a little tiny bit of a blue, so it looks like a little steel color like that. And then we'll change the lightness down a little bit more, like that. And then we can create a cool little shine effect by grabbing the rectangle tool, hitting a new layer above this, okay? And then we can go ahead and drag a rectangle, turn off around the corners. Grab a rectangle like that big, fill it in with white. And then we can go ahead and select none. Use the shear tool, which is this bad boy right here, shear. And then just shear it like that. So it goes kind of diagonally. Hit shear. And then we can go ahead and put this mode to overlay. Drop the opacity down a little bit. Move it over. Same thing. Duplicate layer. Move it over. There you go. So that's how you can do that. Now we can shave off a little bit of this. A little bit of this card by just going ahead and doing it again. Or we can just take the free select tool here. And just clicking and dragging. And just cutting off a little piece of it like that, so it's a little thinner. Actually, I might want a little bit thinner than that too. A little bit thinner like this. That's approximately the same size. There you go. Select that. Hit, make sure you connect it all the way back around. So it's like this. I did that kind of fast. If you have it like that, just put it all the way back around. Click once, click 3 times until we get back around and click that first one you made. Then hit enter, and then just hit delete, and then it'll get rid of it. Select none. And now you can see we have that nice little shine on there, which looks really cool. So it looks like nice and silver, whatever you want to call it. There you go. Cool. Nice. I want to maybe add a little bit more saturation to this. There you go. I don't think I like the... Yeah, I don't think I really like the... this little piece we added there. I don't think I like that. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that on both of these, actually. I don't really like that too much, if I'm honest with you. All right. Nice. Okay. Now, with that done, that is our first and second tier. So that is like, I don't know, regular. And then we have silver. We'll duplicate it again. We'll call this one tier 2. This silver one we just did, we'll make this one gold. So we'll just go to colors, hue saturation, and then change it until it's a nice yellow color. Saturate it, brighten it, And we'll use the curves to brighten it up a little bit more, create a little bit more of a gold color. This is like pea yellow, so we'll hit OK on that. And once again, go to curves, hue and saturation, change saturation, change the hue a little bit, maybe like that. Turn the lightness down a little bit, probably. Like that. Now, because this is gold, I want to make it look a little bit better than it did before with the silver. So, hit a new layer there. Hit OK. And then with a big, soft brush, we can go ahead and just click once or twice in some different areas here. And make it look as if, with white and with black. So, make it look as if there is some kind of differences in color. So, mode, overlay, and now you can see it looks like this. Drop the opacity down a little bit. I don't really like this gold color. I can't lie to you. So let's go to colorize and change the saturation, change the lightness, and we'll make a different gold color. Like, maybe like that. Okay? Then put that back on. Looks much better to me. Cool. Very nice, very nice, very nice. I think I want to do this differently though. So let's go ahead and go back. Create so we can see it easier. Normal. So we'll do white on this side, black on this side. Just click a couple times, you know. White underneath the black there, like that, and then black underneath the white over here, and then white underneath right there, and then maybe a little bit of black right in the corner. Oh, a little bit of black right on the corner. There we go. Then hit OK on that and hit overlay. There we go. That's much better. Maybe a little bit more black in the corner. There you go. So that looks good. I like that a lot. Maybe we'll put that on soft light instead, actually. Maybe. Now, instead of having it be black, I kind of go to colors, go to colorize, and then change this until it's like a reddish color. And then we can saturate it a little bit more if you want to. Change the lightness or the brightness. I might change the lightness up a little bit. It's a little less harsh. Hit OK. And that is our gold. I will actually turn the overlay brightness up on the shine as well, because I want it to be a little bit more prominent. I might actually desaturate that red. Maybe. Yeah, no, we'll leave it. It's fine. Looks good. This looks kind of greenish right here, though. That's kind of weird. Yeah, we'll do that, and then maybe we'll just hue shift it a little bit. Oh, we'll leave it the way it was. It's fine. All right, cool. Okay on that, and that is our gold. Looks really cool. Love that. Very nice. Now that's our third tier. Let's do 2 more. So tier 3, right click, duplicate that, hide it, and then we'll change this one. This one will be completely different. So we'll get rid of the shines maybe, and then we will grab the gold, hue color, shift that to maybe like a purple color. Yeah, sure. Hide that as well. Like a purplish color. Like that. Hit OK. Now on the layer that we had the white and black like circles, we'll delete that. And then we'll create a new kind of look. So in the center, we'll just do like this. And make it a little brighter in the center, right? Yeah. And then on the outside edges, we'll go around with some black. And kind of darken it up a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Cool, cool, cool. There you go. Very cool stuff. Now, to go off of the T, I kind of want to use the selection tool here. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and grab the T over here, right here. Select that. And then we will, actually, we don't need to do that. We can just, actually, wait. Undo that. Don't select anything. And then right click the T, duplicate, change it from erase back to normal. Go to filters, blur, Gaussian blur. Turn the size. Oh wait, we need to make sure that's layer to image size, so it doesn't get clipped. Because if we were to blur it like this, if you were to see that, you can see how it gets clipped there because that's the end of the layer. That's the end of the layer, so it just blurs to the edge. So to fix that, go to layer to image size, and now it's fixed. Go to filter, reshow Gaussian blur, and now you can see we can blur it out if we want to. There you go. We'll blur it about that amount to about 20. Hit OK. Go to colors. Colorize, and then make it white. Hit OK. Change the mode to overlay, and now we have a nice little glow around the edges where it's like cut out, which is super cool. So I think 2 is too much, so we'll just do the 1. There you go. Very, very cool stuff. Nice. I might blur a little bit more, actually, so blur it a little bit more. Like that. There you go. Very cool. Very cool stuff. All right, cool. So that's our purple. I think I might want to add some kind of textures in here. So let's use the spark. If you don't use, actually, we'll use a regular soft brush here. So add a new layer once again, and then we will use a white color, and then I'll just go around and just click some of these like circles in like this, just random circles, just for a little bit of texture here and there, you know. Yeah, there you go. A little there, and then we'll change the mode to overlay. Drop the opacity down a little bit, and then we'll go to blur, Gaussian blur, and then blur it by about, like, not 50, that's too much, but like maybe around 20-ish, like that. Yeah, cool. And then, actually, wait, that's a little bit too much, actually. We'll do like maybe 5 or 10. We'll do 10, around 10, and then we will use the smear tool to just run around here and then just smear some things like this, so it's like a little distorted. Just so there's like some kind of texture in there, so it's not fully smooth. You know what I mean? You can tell that, right? There you go. Might turn the opacity back up a little bit. There you go. Very cool. I mean, might just turn it all the way back to 100. There you go. Put it on 100, and there we go. There's a nice little texture on there. Very cool. I might put this underneath the... Yeah, I'll put it underneath the overlay of the white and black, because if you can tell, look at this little area right here, these little pieces on the edges. If I have this above the black and white, it has a little a purple color to it, which I don't really like. But if I have it beneath it, it just has like a whiter color, which looks much more consistent. So there you go. That is that. Now with the last thing, we'll right click this once again, hit duplicate, change, hide that. So we'll call this tier 4. And the last one we'll just call it right now tier 5. There you go. Cool. So with that done, let's go ahead and open it up. And for the last one, I want to do some cool kind of looking thing here. So we'll delete all of this except for the T, obviously. We might go back to the shine. So we'll put the shine back on this one, maybe. Actually, no, we won't. We'll get rid of that too. We'll get rid of everything except for the color and the T. So we'll make this one. I don't know. Maybe we'll make this one like solid red or something. We'll do like a really bright red like that, right? And then we'll make the T, instead of having it erase, we'll make it black like that, right? So the T will be black, so put it back on normal mode right there, and then go to colors, colorize, and then turn the lightness all the way down. Cool. And then we will cut some pieces out of the T. So hit a new layer here above this. And then with the lasso tool, the free select tool, we'll just click and drag and just like freehand draw some like little slices in this, like that. I want to make sure that they're big enough though, because this is going to be kind of small when when it gets scaled down to badge size. So make sure they're like big cuts, you know, like that. And then we will go ahead and fill this in with a color. So hit fill right there. And then go change the mode to erase, and now you can see it is erasing it. And then we will do the same thing over here. So cut that piece, fill it in, select none, and then over here we'll do like a thinner one that cuts through all the way, like that. There you go. Fill that in. That one's kind of thin, but it'll be fine when it gets scaled down. You can still like micro detail. And then we'll do like a cool thing where we like add some a little bit like that. So hit enter to confirm that, and then go on to another layer. So hit new once again, and then we can grab that nice red color by eyedropping it right here. Hit OK. Go to the fill tool, fill that in, and hit select none. So as you can see, we can do that same exact thing over here as well. So just add like some little spike things, which just looks really cool. Fill that in. Oh, the layer's messed up there, isn't it? Huh? I'll put that above everything, and then we'll fill it in. There we go. Select none. And then what else? Down here maybe? Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Like that. Kind of looks like fire a little bit. Fill that in. There you go. And then maybe we'll do something not even connected, like this. Very cool. Fill that in. And then maybe one over here as well. Maybe maybe a little piece looks like it's coming out of the part that we cut. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. There you go. Very nice. And now because this is the lasso tool, some of these edges might be a little weird here. So we can actually go ahead and just erase some of these edges and then redo them. But I actually kind of like the really jagged edges for this. Unless, if you don't like the jagged edges, you can always just go ahead and use the paths tool. Because if I do this with the path tool, you can see you can just do like this. Pull that back. Hold down Control. And then just make a little slice like that. Hit Enter. And then fill that in, and as you can see, the edges are perfectly smooth and nice. But I kind of really like the jagged edges for this. It looks kind of cool. Plus, when we scale this down to the size it's going to be, which is 128 by 128, you can see you can't see any of that detail anyway because it's all just super, super small. So that is the badges right there. Looks really, really cool. So we have the Tier 1 badge. Let's go ahead and go on white and black. Tier 1 badge, which is kind of hard to see on white, but not exactly. I think I might, just so you can see the T and pronounce the T in this one, I might make it so that the T isn't erasing in that one and it's just a T. So you can see it a little bit better. There you go. Then we have the silver, which looks really cool. We have the gold, which looks also very cool. We have the, I don't know, like the master's badge, I don't know, purple. And then we have this badge, which looks really cool. It's like, you know, fire slices or whatever it is you want to call it. But yeah, so those are our 5 badges. I hope you, ladies and gentlemen, enjoyed today's tutorial. I will see you in the next one. But until then, bye-bye.